Hey everyone, morning. Semi-handy family man here again. With how to replace an electrical wall outlet. Um, so, um, First I wanted to show you this stupid outlet. It's ridiculous. Um, so we got this outlet here, right? And it's basically, it's all loose in there. You put something in there and stuff just kind of like, this one has a grounding plug so it stays in there a little bit better. Watch this though. Like, I put this one in there, it basically, it just falls out from the weight of the cord. So this outlet is just trash. So I'm gonna replace it. So I got one of these, it's like a safety outlet, I think. These are really cool. I put one in before. It's a weather and tamper resistant outlet, which is, this is another tip too. If you got little kids and you're afraid they're gonna put stuff in the outlet and try and get their finger in there, or put like a fork or something in there, these tamper ones are really cool. Like, I've had those, like any parent probably, with little kids, had those little plastic plugs that you put in there, but little kids are smart and they pull those off in no time. So these tamper resistant, and they're also weather resistant ones, I like highly recommend them. 'Cause I don't know if you can see that, but inside there's like plastic things already, so you have to push pretty hard to get past that, and then yeah. So it's unlikely that a small child is going to be able to figure that out. So anyway, first things first, when you're testing an outlet, you want to have a tester, right? Make sure that there's no power going there. I already did this. You can see there's nothing. Okay. If none of your breakers are labeled in your house, like my house, and you don't know what circuit is on what breaker, then just get one of these testing devices. Have someone at the device, well, you go to your breaker and then you just throw them one by one. Is it off? Not yet, Dad. Turn another breaker. Is it off now? Not yet, Dad. Okay, and so forth until your breaker, the right breaker, you throw a breaker and it turns the power off, and then the kid goes, "Yeah, is it off? Yeah." Okay. So you make sure that your breaker, that the power's off. Okay, and then just gonna unscrew this now that we know the power is off. I might have to. And you can see how loose this thing is. I wasn't really expecting that. What in the world? That might have been part of it. I don't know how old this thing is, but it was actually cracked and broken in half in there. Odd. It's leaving us this. That was really weird. I have never seen that before. So here's what we got going on here. I'm just gonna pull this guy out of here. Okay, so once again, just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna put this directly on the two wires and make sure, yeah, still no power. Okay, just double checking, because when you're dealing with electricity, it's a good idea to double check. Okay, so now we're just gonna unscrew the screws that hold this in place here. Yeah, this outlet is just old and broken down and whatever else. This screw is like 10 miles long. You don't need to see me unscrew these. it could take a while. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I did the other screw, and wow, this piece fell off of there while after I unscrewed that second piece. So this whole outlet's just falling apart. It's just crazy. I've never seen this before. Look at this thing. It's just falling apart. No wonder this stupid thing didn't work. Okay. So there's just all kinds of stuff falling out of here. Alright. So now get the two there's no ground here. Noticed. Oh, there's a ground way back there. Now, okay. Why the ground is way back there, I don't know. Just, I like to test. I like to test the ground too. I had a weird thing one time, I think, where the ground itself was alive. You know, like that. The two normal wires were all good, and then the ground was like live. I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand electricity. Well, most of the time I don't. But that was a real mind bog there. I was like, what? Okay, so just unscrew these other screws here. Like so.
Where's Anna?
Not in here, love.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anna?
Okay. And then unscrew the other one. And we'll just pull the wires off there. Usually I use like this wire is pretty stiff. Not super malleable or movable or whatever, but if you back the screw out far enough, and usually you can kind of just maneuver it down if the wire is there we go. Okay. Just kind of get it off of there. There is the rest of the outlet. Like I said, this thing was just wrecked. So here is our new one, and I'm not positive. Let's see. The directions are inside the box here, so you want to take apart the box carefully. I'm not sure if it matters on what screws you put the wires. So we'll just, I don't think it matters, but we'll follow the directions anyway. So take apart the box. And the directions are inside the box. Okay. So it says when you're looking at it, the neutral wire is going to go on the neutral wire is going to go over here, and then the line, common feed, neutral, green. Why is it not showing where the... Hold on a moment. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. So I don't think it really matters. They just said that the silver screws over here for the neutral, and the black screws are, they're calling them brass, but they weren't black screws over here for the hot wire. So so I think we're just going to go ahead and do the two top ones here. And take it from there. So so hooking this one up here, we'll back it out a little bit, I think, and then that's about as far as it's going to go. So just kind of trying to hook this around here is sometimes difficult. Good pair of pliers usually helps. So, okay. All right, so I think we've gotten it there. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it down. Okay, there we go. Tighten it down decently tight. And then other wire. Let me get it out there and bend it to the correct way here, and then just kind of force it in there. Okay, then tighten that down as well. All right. And there we go. It's pretty simple. I think just to double check this outlet, I'm gonna turn the breaker back on, and just so I can double check to see whether yeah, these are actually these are kind of tricky. I don't know. I think you might have to push something in both at the same time for it to. Yeah, you do. Okay, that's kind of cool. So just pushing, like, so it makes these a little bit more difficult. You have to push them in both at the same time. But if you just try and do one, it doesn't do anything. You have to do both at the same time to plug something in. So that, like, your little kid's got a fork or something, they're only going to be able to put one tine in there. And odds are they're never going to try to do something at the same time. So this is really cool. I really like this. I'm going to turn the power back onto the breaker, and I'm going to test both outlets just to make sure connecting the wires here, which I don't think it matters. I think you can do it any of those positions, and it's still going to work. But I'm just going to go double check real quick. We'll be right back. Alright, so we restored power. So now I'm all like, ah. So yep, the bottom outlet, you see that? There, the bottom outlet has power. And come on. And yes, the top outlet has power. So yes, doesn't matter top or bottom. I think you could wire it probably both ways, any which way, as long as you got the neutral on one of these screws on the left and the hot on one of these screws on the right. I think it's going to work in no matter what combination you use. So I'm going to turn the power back off. I'm going to re-secure this, and it'll be good to go. Okay, we're back. So once again, just to make sure we threw the right breaker, test this here, and yes, the wire there, this wire here, nothing. Okay, so we're groovy there. Some older houses they don't even have like ground wires, so this one doesn't appear to. Oh, there's one way back in there. Why they cut it way back there, I don't know. Halfway tempted to try and ground this thing. We could run a piece of wire from here to the ground. I just don't know if I have enough slack yet. Oh, there's some. There's quite a bit of slack. Is that the ground? Oh wait. I thought I saw a ground in there, but maybe not. You know what? I don't think. Huh. No, there isn't a ground wire. Never mind. I thought there was. Okay, so forget that, I guess. Okay, so I guess some houses don't have ground wire, so older houses, I guess. So then you just kind of fold the wire like as best you can back into the box. There. Sometimes it goes in there pretty easily, and sometimes you have to force it. It doesn't. I don't think it really hurts anything to force this wire in there. It's pretty burly usually, so monkeys, get in there. Okay, so there we go. So we line up the screws. So these ones I had to get longer. I had to get longer screws to fit there because the box wasn't. A lot of times the box will be a little bit flush. It'll come out and it'll be flush with the sheetrock. Well, this is recessed. So I gotta pull these out. Okay, you don't need to see me do that. Basically all I'm gonna do is pull these two screws out, replace them with the two longer screws so I can actually access the box so I can screw it in. We'll be right back. Alright, so simply just screw those in, and then you just basically replace the thing here. Another thing, just a quick tip, they make I think they're nylon, they're white nylon covers, and because a lot of times when you have the outlet cover and you go to just a plastic one, you go to screw it in, it'll crack right here. When you get the nylon ones, it's like $1 more or something like that, and they're basically, I don't know, they're really burly. So if you just get the regular plastic ones, you try to screw it in there, oftentimes it just cracks super easy. So that's another tip. I believe they're, yeah, I think it's nylon. Looks just like the white plastic one. It's like $1 more at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. Then when you go to screw this in right here, especially just like one screw, and you're trying to, you know, get it to fit in there nice, and sometimes you torque it down just a little bit too much. Like you want it to be snug on the sides here, and it's not quite as snug as you want, so you keep snugging it down, and then about that time it goes and yeah. So anyway, just screw that back on there, and then restore the power. So I'm going to restore the power and see how stuff plugs in there. We'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. And now, remember how the last one just like fell out? Now it's in there nice and snug. And yes, I don't know if you can see that. The fan is working. It does have power. So it is important when you get one of these plugs, which I highly recommend, for especially if you have little kids. I recommend these I mean, you see how quickly and easily that's done. I mean, I know the video's at 19 minutes, but I was going kind of slow and demonstrating stuff and talking about stuff. So yeah, you can change out an outlet pretty rapidly, and if you have little kids, I think these outlets cost like $4 or something like that. So even if you had like 30 of them in your house, it's not like you're talking like a crazy amount of money. And these outlets, like I said, they're tamper resistant or whatever. And even when you go to plug something in, like right there, it's not like, you have to make sure it goes all the way in there, and it makes it really nice and snug too. Like that's not gonna just fall out of there like you saw before. It was literally falling out just from the weight of the cord. So there you go, folks. that's how to replace a wall outlet. Hope that helped you out there. It's very simple. Don't be intimidated by the electricity. Make sure you do have an electrical tester. I think they're, I don't know, I think around like $30 or something. Well worth it. Everyone should have one. So yeah, very simple, very easy, very quick. I didn't show you the ground wire hookup. If there's a third wire, just a bare wire coming out of there with the other two wires, it's a ground, and you'll just usually attach that to the green part of that plug. Unfortunately, my house does not have grounds in some places, so you do what you do. You work with what you got, right? So, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Hope that helped, and we'll see you next time.